friend Phil, PMP exam coach, CAPM instructor. I'm here to talk to you about the Project Management Body of Knowledge Guide, 5th edition again. The big question here is, how do you take a book that big and condense it into easy to understand little nuggets of material that you can eat and get into what I call a PMBOK diet. That's right, a PMBOK diet. Because if you're getting ready for the exam, you can't eat this book in 2 days or 3 days. You can't just try to read everything in here in 2 or 3 days. You have to get into a PMBOK diet. And that PMBOK diet is exemplified in the materials I'm about to show you. The Project Management Body of Knowledge Guide 5th edition is a really great standard for the exam and also for project management. It enables you see what project management is and how to take that information and apply it to your projects. But there are a few things that are not covered here. First of all, it doesn't tell you up front about tailoring all the information here to your projects. It doesn't tell you up front that success is not guaranteed by using this. So a lot of people become disillusioned and discouraged about the PMBOK guide. That needs to be corrected in people's minds. The PMBOK guide is not a one-size-fits-all applied to any project standard. You have to tailor it. A lot of this information I'm telling you is encapsulated in this great study aid that I've got here. It's a pack. I call it a power pack. It's a powerhouse of materials to help you condense that tough stuff. In fact, one of my students, I just have to tell you this, one of my students said, Phil, you know, that PMBOK guide thing, it's better than Ambient. I mean, I just take it, I look at it for 2 minutes, and boom, I'm gone for the night. Well, you can't afford to do that. Now, he's certified now. He's a PMP, he's in Canada, and I just found that really funny. The materials I'm about to show you are not Ambient. They're not like Ambient. They will help you sustain your interest in project management all the way to the test. Now, the power pack I'm showing you is a real powerhouse of information. If you are like me, which is a project manager on the move, on the go, always busy, you can't afford to sit down for hours on end flipping open a book, and only a book. You have to add a little bit of flavor, a little bit of innovation to your studying. You know, when I was getting ready for the PMP exam, I got to the point where I was like, good Lord, I mean, there's no way I'm going to read this stuff 20 times over. How am I going to get it into my head? I need a study aid that can help me study even when I am busy. And unfortunately, back then, there was nothing like it. But back in 2008, I created a really interesting study aid called the Project Management Audio Digest. Right there, that's the Project Management Audio Digest. It is a powerhouse of audio. There are 18 CDs in this audio pack, and each CD maps back to a chapter in the PMBOK guide or a concept on the exam. These are really interesting CDs. I don't just throw the PMBOK guide at you. I tell you a few stories here and there. I even give you a few dramas. It has fully dramatized process groups, knowledge areas, and all-round fun. It's got a lot of music as well.
Project Time Management Scenario. Tomorrow, the ever-moving target. Objective: show how the project manager should manage time and schedules. After a long, grueling day, Jake and Henry are letting off steam with a game of racquetball.
Hey, nice shot.
Yeah, not bad for an old-timer.
What are you doing this weekend? How about the loser throws a barbecue at his place?
Not at my place.
Why not?
The new deck's still not finished.
Not finished? What do you mean? They were supposed to be done weeks ago.
But this is a really interesting set for you to study project management on the go. Perhaps you are already a PMP. Perhaps you just need to be updated with our favorite book over here. I'll just remind you what that is. That right here, the PMBOK Guide 5th edition. Maybe you don't have time to study that big book, and you just need to get the updates into your head somehow. You need to get it into your system. How about just putting that in your car? You know, I'm one of those people who loves audio. I love to listen to audio. And that's why I thought people's studying, people who are like me, could really be taken to the next level by audio. And almost 20 hours long. And it goes into every input, tool, and technique and output in the PMBOK guide. It goes into the knowledge areas. It goes into the process groups. It goes into all of that fun stuff in chapters 1, 2, and 3. What is a project? What is an operation? What is a program? The organization types. And even our new terms regarding life cycles. Predictive life cycles. How about that? All of that stuff, adaptive life cycles, all covered. So listen to the audio digest. It will greatly help you. Now, what else is in this power pack? Let's take a look here. In this power pack, I also have for you a very interesting study aid, PMP Exam Flashcards, right there. These PMP Exam Flashcards are very instrumental in understanding what ITTOs really mean and are. In that, you find patterns very quickly when you take a look at a process, you take a look at the back of the card, and you have all of the different ITTOs, and you're able to very quickly zero in on each process. In fact, I tell my students, take a card a day. Take that card around for a day, study it, understand it, read it. Make sure that you understand and you know all the ITTOs behind. And we've got 52 of these. We've got every single process. We've got all the process groups as well, broken down into these powerful cards. Very, very helpful. You can also play games. If you're studying with folks, you can actually play games like PMP Snap. This will go, what comes next? Collect requirements. What comes after collect requirements? Who's got that? Good. There you go. So this is the lane you're looking. You can work by the color codes. We've got every card color coded by process group, and we also have the knowledge area and the process group on each card. So it's a phenomenal tool for you to play games, for you to put the big puzzle of page 61 together with these cards. Now there's one other piece of the pie I have to show you in this bag. Now part of this power pack is the information that puts people to sleep, Reborn. That's Project Management Essentials. Now this book is a really interesting book. Take a look. Don't you love some of those characters you've seen? It has a lot of pragmatic information in it. In that we take the ITTOs, and those ITTOs are encapsulated in examples of those ITTOs. Things such as project management forms. And in that book, we've got over 40 forms of key project management ITTOs that will help you see and understand what each of those ITTOs is. Just another great piece of the pie. So, in this book, we also have quizzes at the end of each chapter. We also talk about professional responsibility. We go into a little bit of leadership and put you on that trajectory to succeed on the exam. We also have a lot of very interesting scenarios with some of those characters in front. Something else that we have in this pack is we have my success card for you, and that's the professor. So you can see that's our mascot here at Praizion Media, which is a way of you connecting with me. I've got my email, I've got my information here, so if you ever had any questions and you got stuck, you can actually keep in touch through a mentor. Now, I always ask people connect with me and let me know how you're doing. And what I try to do is know where each of our students is as far as how they're progressing, how they're proceeding in their journey. So your success is extremely important to me. I want you not just to ace the PMP exam, but I want you to actually take back a lot of this information in the PMBOK guide, which has been transformed in many ways through these materials. Take that information back and apply it to your projects and really use it. Now, there's a final thing I should let you know that comes as part of this pack. It is a solid 35 contact hour course for people who need contact hours. 35 contact hours, absolutely. We have got audio visuals for you to learn. In fact, you would feel like you're right there in the classroom with me, because you'll be able to see and hear information that is in the PMBOK guide, broken down into easy to look at and easy to understand slides and audio. So we've got a chapter for each chapter in the PMBOK guide. Chapters 1 to 13 is covered. We also cover professional responsibility on the learning management system. So you're getting a plethora of information which has been transformed into fun, easy to use materials. Games are also on the learning management system. We've also got flashcards. If you have like an iPhone or one of those other devices, you can actually use some of the tools we've got to quiz yourself on the go via our LMS. So let me give you a quick reminder of some of these things we've talked about before I show you a few more materials that I have for you. So,
next we have Mr.
Fun quality. There you go. Oh, they are easy.
now in addition to all the material I showed you, there's one more component. You know, studying for the exam, when you're really down to the last 8 days, 7 days, or even 3 days, you need to be able to have a solution that can put you in a fast track mode of all of this material, showing you all of the key points, the most important aspects of the different ITTOs and chapters very quickly, and remind you about those pesky formulas. That's why I came out with PMP Turbo Drive. PMP Turbo Drive is 16 DVDs that at an incredibly fast pace puts you through the entire knowledge area array from integration to stakeholder management, and also reminds you about what you need to be studying. In addition to that, we also have a DVD in here that is called Pragmatic Project Management, which actually banks on the fact that you are going to get certified and you're going to be thinking, how do I take all of these tools, templates, techniques, and apply them to my projects? We show you how to do that in Pragmatic Project Management in this DVD set. In addition to that, there's another DVD that's on nothing but tips and tricks for the exam. How to study, how to prepare right, and so on. And in addition to that, we have 4 DVDs from our Formula Mania series. So we have 16 DVDs, 10 on the knowledge areas, 4 on nothing but formulas across time, cost, scope, risk, you know, talking about expected monetary value, talking about earned value management, SPI, CPI, TCPI, and all of those other pesky little formulas. I actually show you how to pragmatically apply risk management, going through the templates of a risk register and looking at how you derive a risk score and so on. It's all in here. Now, if you choose to purchase this, in addition to everything else I showed you, you will get this at an extremely cost-efficient rate. So take a look down there. Under this video lies the secret on how to take advantage of this really phenomenal package. Now, if you were going to get this package elsewhere, it would cost you thousands. in the instruction, in the material, and in the attention to your success. But in this particular video, you can see it down below at a really ridiculous fee. So I look forward to you doing what is best for your success. You need a coach, a trainer, a mentor, someone who will be coming along with you as you prepare for this really challenging exam. I talked to 12 project managers once upon a time in New Jersey. I asked them, what do you think about the PMP exam? Because all of them were now PMPs. In fact, this was PDU training I was conducting for this company. I asked them, what do you think? They told me one by one, the PMP exam is the most difficult exam that I've ever taken. Each of them said that. They all testified. And one of them in particular said, Phil, not just that, the PE exam, I got certified in that. A few weeks before I took my PMP, I became a PE. But when I took the PMP my first time, I failed it because it's such a crazy, tough exam. You see, you can't afford to go alone. Some people are very fortunate and they've made it alone. But I would strongly advise you, don't go alone. Don't go that extra mile alone. You want someone who really wants you to succeed along with you. And that would be me. I want you to ace the test. So I look forward to seeing you. I'm going to show you some additional information, and once I do that, you can sign up anytime you wish to. Speak to you soon. So to recap, you're getting some really phenomenal materials. Like I said, you're getting 18 CDs on audio. You're getting those great flashcards. You're getting that 450 plus page book, which comes with examples. And you are also going to get 35 hours of training on a learning management system. In addition to that, you also get email mentoring, which means if you are reading a book, even the PMBOK guide, or you are studying some material and you get stuck and you need someone to put you through, we've got email mentoring to help you, to answer questions for you, to get you to that next level. I want you to ace this test. I want you to ace the test so bad that I'm going to make you a special offer. Take a look at the bottom of this video. You're going to see an offer. I'm going to make this available to you at some very ridiculous cost. Take a look there. Take massive action, because that offer will not last. It will change. And by the time you're watching this video, if you're watching this video many months later, it might have changed. But I want you to take a look at the offer below and get this phenomenal curriculum. Get into this program and let's make project management realistic and pragmatic. Let's stop the trait of people who get certified and don't do anything with it. I want you to do a lot with your project management professional certification or your CAPM certification. So let's get moving, let's get studying, let's get on the LMS, let's do some work, and let's move on from getting PMP certified. You're probably asking, Phil, move on to where? There are bigger things than being PMP certified, and those bigger things are affecting your organization, bringing about change in project management, training people, coaching people, helping your company save money. Those things are bigger than getting PMP certified, because what good is the PMP if the PMP just sits there, gets a salary, and doesn't make change happen? And the PMP is just the same as any PM who is not certified. What good is that? That's not what we're trying to do. We're trying to get certified to make changes, to make big steps in project management. So I look forward to seeing you in one of our courses. If you have tried getting certified once, twice, 3 times, don't worry. We're going to make this thing happen. I've helped people who failed the exam once, twice, 3 times. There was a fellow who got certified on his 4th try. After trying 3 times, the fellow got so fed up and his wife said, look, forget it. And he said, no, I heard about this company, they can help me out. His wife said, you're so stupid, how can you do this for the 4th time? But at the end of the day, she actually paid for his fees to come on our learning system, and he passed the exam on his 4th try. True story. So you might have been trying time and time and time and time again, to get certified, but don't worry. Come on board. It's never too late. You see, the project management professional exam, people think, oh, that exam is so tough, I'm going to run away from it. Don't let that be your mindset. You know, the people who wrote the questions on this test, it may shock you, but you need to believe that they are not smarter than you. You need to think about your tolerance for ambiguity being more than what those questions pose to you. Don't let anyone tell you, oh, you're so daft, you can never succeed on that exam. I had someone who had tried to get certified twice. She got so frustrated she went to an online portal and typed in, look, this exam has floored me for the second time. I've paid over $2,400 in fees, taken a very, very well-known course, and I couldn't get certified. What can I do? I said, what are you waiting for? Come on our solution. She couldn't believe it. She came on our solution, was getting ready to take the exam, took our mock exam, failed our mock exam, and I said, look, if you don't want to fail the third time, don't do it. You see, that's the difference between taking mock exams. I call them namby-pamby mock exams. Why do I call them that? Because they give you false hope. They make you think you're doing well and you're going to pass, and you take the exam and the head rolls. You don't want that to happen to you. Our mock exam, only 20% of students pass it on their first try, because it's a really tempered exam that's set using the PMP exam content outline to set our questions, and we really temper them with real-world stuff. So if you don't pass our mock exam, the likelihood of you passing the real exam is very slim. But we help people close the gaps. Anyway, cut the long story short, she ended up taking our mock exam, failed it. I told her to hammer down on those weak areas, which she did. Third time, passed the exam. Has worked for so many different companies since then. I mean, if you really want a solution that will put you on the right path and not give you false hope, or not scare you out of your wits, because there are some exams out there that are just needlessly tedious. There's a difference between PMP standard type questions that are hard from the right angle and questions that are just ridiculously hard for no reason. Those questions demoralize and demotivate you, and those are not the questions you want to be caught doing. I often tell people, I tell them, you're taking a $555 exam, but you're trying to cut cost to take free quizzes and take exams and questions that are not validated through a registered education provider. Isn't that a little bit risky for you? It's a little bit risky. So you want to come on board. Come on board with the best and ace the test. I look forward to seeing you in one of our classes. If you have any questions about what this course offers, what this experience offers, shoot an email, but take advantage. That information at the bottom of this video is only good for so long. It will change. So take this ridiculous offer, come on board, and let's crush that exam and move on to much bigger and better things, getting our company to that next level. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Praizion Media offers real-world project management training, PMP exam training, CAPM training, leadership training, Microsoft project and communications training in Arizona, California, New York, Washington, D.C., Virginia, London, UK, Canada, and indeed the world. Look for the Project Management Mid-Level to C-Level book at Praizion.com, as well as other audiobooks by Phil C. Akinwale, including 7 Reasons Why Projects Fail, The No Good Leader, Project VBX11, The Time Machine Project, and Project Management Essentials.